So, hi everyone, and welcome if you're new. Hopefully the mic is working. Sorry, I have to just call it out. It feels really weird because like I've been recording videos for like 10 years, and or is it longer than that? No, I've had crystal clear visions 10 years this year, and yeah, I have actually been recording stuff before that, before I made up that name. But anyway, yeah, it feels a bit weird, but I did check and it's working, so let's just go. So, welcome if you're new. My name's Claire, not Crystal. And again, I know those of you that have followed me for like the whole 10 years or most of it, or even if it's a couple of years, you'll get sick of me hearing me say that. But it's just because, yeah, it stops people calling me Crystal. And Crystal's a lovely name, but it's no manning. Do you know what I mean? So I have to say it. So there might be something about crystals with me going on about this, because I don't usually say all of that. So, and that brings me on to the next part of my intro. Everything I do is channeling, clearing, healing energy. So you'll see I went right into saying that about crystals. Now, obviously, my name is that all the time on here, so I don't say that all the time. Also, oh, that's great, great. Um, I'm going to pause this because I was waiting on a text and it just can't hang on. So actually, that's quite. I was going to say that's important, but that's quite important too. That whenever I get a text, and I always make a joke, but it's because it's true. I don't text people like back and forwards. I said that weird. All of this matters. I said that weird. You could be judging yourself too harshly, but sometimes I do pronounce things kind of funny sometimes when I'm doing this, but like not how I would usually. Um, and it can mean anything. I could be picking up people's accents. Sometimes a different word trying to come out. But yeah, usually when I get a text when I'm doing this, or like a call or something like that, especially because my ringtone's been "Don't Stop Believing" by Journey for like I don't know, something like 8 years or so. It might not be. No, I think it is. Like genuinely, I think it has been that for a bit. I've been saying 5 years for about 8 years, probably 8 years. So again, could be something like that. Could be a message. Don't stop believing. Um, yeah, but anything that I do during this is part of it. Um, so again, I'm talking like people are really new, so it makes me think at least there's a few new people tuning in. So welcome, subscribe if you haven't, or hang around and see if you want to, kind of thing. On a Monday, I do something called Mediumship Monday, and I think a wee heads up, next Monday, my plan is, again, the plan might change because I'm very spontaneous, but the plan is I will do Mediumship Monday live next week because it'll be in the Leo full moon energy. So I'm quite excited about that. I'm like, is that right? No, it is like it's because I'm like, wait a minute, because I think that's it. The full moon is on the Wednesday. Now I'm doubting myself. See, you might be doubting yourself about something, but basically, I'm going to pause this to text back. Wait a minute. Yeah, you might be doubting yourself about something because I was right. I knew it. So because they're talking through me, God speaking through me. The 12th of February is the full moon in Leo, but the moon in Leo actually comes about after 5 o'clock UK time. So yeah, probably when I get guided to do it live, usually come on about 8, maybe 9. Really just depends. I'd say 8ish, but like I said, just keep your notifications on. And again, there's a chance I might just decide not to, because there have been the odd Leo moons where I've actually not been feeling my bright, bubbly self like I usually do on an Aries moon. So I hope with me saying that it's not going to be one of them because it's my favourite. I get really, see, whenever I've had one of them, it's not happened a lot. Fucking mega pissed off because I'm like, that's the only moon I like. I'm only well, I'm not only joking. What I mean is, it's my favourite moon sign, and I love Leo moon people. Whenever I meet Leo moon people, I always like, they seem to be really drawn to me, and I really like Leo moon people as well. But when the moon is in Leo, I just notice I'm happier. I notice everyone else is happier. It's it's to do with sun. It's yeah. It just feels. And again, I don't particularly like the sun, to be honest. But it's a happy energy. So yeah, it's a really good full moon to look forward to. It's a really fun, just playful energy. But yeah, so there could be important communication coming in because, like I said, I was waiting to hear back about something. I just got a message. So, oh, very cryptic, isn't it? You'll just have to wonder. But yes, I'm going to pause that. Hang on. You won't know any different. Right. So, the other thing is, I've had no sleep. So, I don't know how I'm sitting here with makeup on and my hair looking all right, actually. I might start rolling with this salt and pepper hairdo, guys. I'm not going to lie. I'm 41 in a couple of months. I don't really know how I feel about it. I don't really see my life being spending most of my time in my jammies talking to. I can't talk. Well, actually, I don't. I've been doing that for years, so I suppose. But you know what I mean? It's a weird one. You know. I mean, that's what. And also, like, I think there's some kind of, the lack of sleep. I think makes me really chatty. Also, the fact that it's Aries moon, and that's my second favourite. Like, basically, when I say it's my favourite, I mean for like doing filming and stuff. I've just always got more energy. Um, but yeah, I was abnormally chatty and like telling the woman I was chatting to what I'd do, and then she took my email, and I was like, "Why are you making me do this?" I don't normally do that. Like I don't normally tell people what I do when I'm not normally outside enough to be talking to people, to be honest. But yeah, my hair is pretty fucking grey, guys. Um, yeah, not ready to embrace that for at least another 5 years, but I'm thinking 10 years, because I don't think you realise like how if I just let my hair grow, I'd be full on like I'd be as silver as that tiger, as my divine feminine energy. Like I would be the silver fox, but I think that's when you're talking about a guy. So I would be the silver tiger. Now, what in the fuck? I'm not. Oh, actually, but it's a white tiger, isn't it? There's that's going to again to me that is it's my divine feminine energy, and it's wait a minute, that must have some sort of meaning. Again, it's the randomness of this. I just love it. I just just let it flow. But again, yeah, all stuff aside, it's one of the ones where I either have a wee nap when I came back my walk, or I just keep going, and I've just decided to just keep going. So, right. Oh, I'll be sleeping early tonight, hopefully. Love Island and sleep, I think. I might actually watch it when it's live, you know what I mean? I usually watch it like way after, but I think I'll be ready to watch it when it's on because, and oh my god, talking of Love Island, oh, see, there's more. So again, I feel there's communication coming in here. This could be anything important you're waiting on, you know what I mean? But obviously, the exciting one for people would want to be Twinflame stuff, wouldn't it? Right. So, what was that? Wait a minute. White tiger meaning. White tigers have many meanings, including power, strength, mystery. Can you see how that's a part of my energy? And the need for conservation. They can also represent beauty, happiness, and prosperity. Mm. I should have known that. I think it's just because I'm so tired. Mystery and enchantment. White tigers are rare and elusive, which can make them mysterious enchantment. But you see, that's absolute banter with what I just said, because it's true. Like, it is rare that I would be outside. And again, I just mean in general, like over the past couple of years, because I used to, if you're new, I used to walk on the beach for 2 hours every day, and I'd done that for like, oh god, like fuck knows how many years now. Like, well, yeah, I can't even, like, nearly 10 years or something, because I was in the worst part of my dark night of the soul, like 2016. And so I started kind of doing that in the park where I lived at the time around then. And then when I moved back sort of closer to my home, like I'd done it like, on the beach and then just stuck to that. And then I was saying that to the women I was talking to, like some years you're more well, some years I'm more to own it in the house, and then some years I'm more sort of out, and I feel I need to be out every day. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like for the most part, I feel like they're wanting me to be out and about talking and stuff. But again, weirdly, it could be a bit of a sign of, because I am more hermit like, it could be a wee bit, it could be a sign of like divine masculines in general, like going inwards, and then divine masculines, divine feminines are being a bit more extrovert. And it could even just be something about literally today or something, I don't know. But yeah, like I think that's hilarious. White tigers are rare and elusive. Like it is rare that I would be, you know, out and about and chatting to people with me. It's not like I'm not rude or anything, but I just like to just go out, get my walk, and get back. Whereas I was quite chatty today. I reminded me of I reminded myself of my youngest niece, who's got the same Venus as me. Oh yeah, and they're getting me to say that because I thought Venus in Aries was today, but it's actually tomorrow. But I feel I'm always like ahead of the time, like, you know what I mean. So I feel I'm in that energy already. Today's actually very romantical. It is the last of Venus, magical, mystical, romantical Pisces. That's very mysterious, actually, talking the word mystery. And this is not where I saw this going, but that's what I mean. I'm just going with it. And hi, Mary. I'm looking at Mary the fairy over there. I'll need to show you what I mean. Hang on. If you're new. Oh, yeah, I found this on the beach. Kind of reminds me of like Jesus kind of stuff. You know, I picked it up. I hope a dog didn't pee on it. It's fine. That was risky. Thumbnail. Lipstick on my teeth. But yeah, I kind of liked it. But yeah, you know what I mean? I felt like it was kind of giving Jesus vibes. It's like a fake leaf. So I thought it'd be quite good to have a wash. You know, give it a wee bit of a wash and like, I don't know. You might see that on the white table when I film there. And also let me know. You can't let me know. Well, the comments might be on, and then you can let me know about the mic. But if the comments aren't on, let me know when I'm on a live stream. I might do a live stream after I film this, but it really just depends. It depends how I feel. Nah, I've got stuff to do. I've got plans tonight. I've got stuff to do. So, and I don't just mean, it's not exciting, but I don't mean, I don't just mean Love Island. Their rarity and vulnerability can also symbolise the need to protect endangered species. White tigers can also represent courage, boldness, royalty, and dominion. Oh God, did you hear my stomach rumbling there? Which, yeah, I really do need to eat something actually. In the movie The White Tiger, the term white tiger is used to describe a child who's intelligent and thinks outside the box. That's given Aquarius vibes. And I'm being very Aquarius right now. Wait a minute, I'm going to pause this just now. Right, so it's a lot of stopping and starting too, because again, this is going to fight. You don't know that I'm doing that. I'm like totally paranoid that that's, if it doesn't record, it doesn't record. I've just spoke to myself for an hour or however long this is. We live and learn, guys. Like I always say, if you're going to hang around for my challenge, which I think there was a possibility I might spontaneously run that next. Put it this way, right? If I don't, like I keep saying, I'm just like, I'm eager to do it. So it's more like I more usually like to do it in Aries season because that's when I'll have the most energy. But I'm kind of tuning in, like, because it's the Leo full moon and that's my favourite. If I do it, I will do it Monday. And I usually do it like for 5 days, you see. But I think I'd probably do it like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, quite intensive, and then Thursday, Friday might be more chill because I've got a couple of things on like this week and next week where I'm not. Yeah, like so basically, actually, I'll say that now. If you want to book it, like I'm not working Thursday, Friday. unless you want like a late night session. It sounds right, but anyway, yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think I put it that just because I fought for different time zones. But the thing is, if you are in a different time zone, which a lot of you are, and the time isn't on the schedule, then just email and either I'll get back to you or somebody help me will get back to you, and we can work something out. It's just I tend to just I've preferred to, where possible, I like to just get my work wrapped up by like tea time, but every now and again, like, and quite often I don't. Like, for instance, when I do Mediumship Monday, I mean, have you seen how fun that is? Go back and watch, some of the other ones. It is a lot of fun. Like, for instance, when I was out there and I just popped into one of the local shops and I'm like, kid, I never really do that. And I've just, I wouldn't really say I was randomly reading someone. It was more the person had asked something, and then, it just depends, if it just depends how I feel. But it was because of some of the synchronicities I'd had. Like, now I'm actually getting drawn to things. Basically, I feel I might say something that's going to make sense to that woman, so I'm going to, remember if whatever something comes through. But the point is like, some of the synchronicities I had were relevant to her, but they weren't like big massive things or anything. They weren't big massive things or anything. Because I was joking, I was like, I'm not doing a Teresa Caputo. Do you know what I mean? Like, but because you've asked me, because basically it's my work, you know what I mean? And this is my technically my day off, but spirit world, you know what I mean? Because I'm a medium and it's Mediumship Monday, and they made me start blathering on about what I do, you know what I mean? And so there was someone in spirit for that woman. What else? Yeah. So basically, I'm filming this on the Monday. So if you want a session this week, and what's the day, the 3rd? I've got stuff. Yeah, there's time slots Tuesday, tomorrow. Mind you, is there? Because I've already got a client tomorrow. I'm sure there is, but again, just email anyway. That would be really last minute if you're booking that when it's already Monday. But yeah, I've got basically Wednesday. I think Wednesday would be the best one to go for, and I also plan on, I'll be doing live streams tomorrow and Wednesday. But like I said, I'm not going to be. I don't think I'm going to be doing live streams Thursday or Friday, but if I do, they would be later on at night. But I don't think I'm gonna. It's just with a couple other things I've got on, like I'm helping somebody do something. It's not going to work. I just thought, I'm just going to give myself the day off. So that's why today, like, I just decided to, yeah, I don't know. We'll see how many videos I get filmed, because basically, like I said, so again, when I'm talking about this, I'm teaching other people. I like to work with energy, and on an Aries moon, I've got loads of energy, which unfortunately was why I also couldn't sleep. So, especially when the moon's in the later degrees, which will be, tonight, because it'll conjunct my sun. But I think because I haven't had any sleep, surely that might help me go to sleep. Again, if it's to do with it, there's just such an exciting buzz as well, the ascension energy. By the way, can I just say, right? I said in the shorts for, I think the one that was actually for today, but they're timeless. It makes sense whenever, because I was talking about Uranus direct and Taurus, and I was mentioning the crazy weather. Has anyone else seen, right? Again, because I follow all these random weather channels, and I don't like unsubscribing from things, because I don't know, I just feel it's got a bit of a nasty vibe when you do that. Do you know what I mean? Again, don't feel bad if you do that. Do you know what I mean? Either from mine or from anyone else's. Like, if you don't resonate, kind of thing. But you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, so I think those big massive channels aren't going to miss me. Do you know what I mean? But I more just mean, like, I might hide them because it's like they're very apocalyptic. And sometimes I noticed, well, in the past I used to notice, like, you'd think they're putting out like it's real time, but it's actually something from like 2 years ago or like 5 years ago or something. But actually, the scary thing is about a lot of these channels is they are actually real, and they're real time. And so, but yeah, but there was one I saw today. Like basically, what I'm trying to say is, if you watch that short, so I'll put it down below. I said, if I remember, but it's just one of the more recent ones. But I will put below in case you find this later and you're like, "Where's the shorts?" That's why I do that, because it would be a bit annoying, because they often do link. I said I wouldn't be surprised if there was some crazy weather or something, right? Because that's Uranus. I'm going to be like that because I've hardly any sleep, right? It's just, and again, usually when I can't get the words out right, it's to do with somebody not able to express themselves. So this could be you that's finding it hard to put your feelings into words, or it could be stuff to do awakening, like what the fuck's going on, or it could be someone come towards you, would be the obvious one. So, but yeah, it was basically, it was, I mean, I hope to God that that is like not real, but I mean, it looked very real. But I mean, when I tried to Google, I didn't see anything else about it, so it can be very confusing. Sorry, my nose is running. It must be because I was out in the cold, but also that can be ascension stuff. But it's very windy here today. The winds have changed. It was basically, yeah, I don't want to go too dark with this, but I know why they're making me do that. The there's certain placements today are like conjunct quite intense stuff in my chart, and I think it's just making me even more intense. But it's kind of like, but and also my with the Aries moon, uh, that's where my Scorpios. That's what I was like. See what I mean? I'm so tired. I can't even fucking. I normally say this shit all the time. And I can't remember, but yeah. So it's going to. It makes me a wee bit. I'm Plutonian every day, but it makes me a wee bit extra Plutonian. I keep just thinking, because again, that should really make a noise when it dies, eh? Because that would be the problem when I'm filming this and nobody's on, because it's recorded. Maybe I should do that so that I can see it. It lasted ages. I'm not going to be talking that long. Maybe you're worried someone's not going to hear you. You know, maybe you're worried someone's not going to listen to what you've got to say or something. With me homing in on that. Yeah. Anyway, so to go with that, it was like in China. There's been like, it's like really looked like really icy roads. And all I'm going to say is, right, I don't really want to go on about it, because I basically stopped. It was only like 10 minutes or something. I stopped watching it halfway through, and then I did go back to it because again, it's one of the things I wanted to go and see. But it basically scarily reminded me of, if you've seen that horrible documentary. Sorry, it's not a documentary yet, but fuck, I don't like that. I just said that. The thing on, again, like I've said before, I've not got Netflix, but I do watch it when I babysit my sisters now and again. But it's because it's got all these horrible things on it. But basically, that film, Leave the World Behind, I don't even like saying it, there was just so many, like too many, there was just so many horrible things in it. And I don't usually like stuff like, I don't like horrors, I don't like creepy films. I like thrillers. Like if I was watching a thriller with someone, I'd be alright. But I'll put it this way, like I'm not, people might think different. You might think I'm like really fussy about, like, I don't know what, again, I don't know what people think of me, and I don't really care. But what I'm trying to say is, you know, with all due respect, but what I'm saying is, like, I'm really not, I'm quite laid back and not really that fussy about like things like that, right? If I'm sitting with my pals or whatever. But like the one thing, or like pals or a guy or something. But again, like I said, I've never really been like, I've literally never really been somebody to like chill with a guy like that. It's just not, yeah, it's just not really, yeah, you know what I mean? It's just not, it's just, what can I say? I've just not really been a person to do that. You know, if I was going out and about and meeting guys, it would always be like, I would be out and about, and that makes sense with Venus and Aries. See, they're making me teach astrology again. I do it every day, but a wee bit more in depth. Like Venus and Aries is, especially when I've got it in the fifth house, that would be like parties and partying and clubs and pubs. And again, I've done all of that, and I'm kind of, I'm over it to a certain extent. You know what I mean? Like it's like, watch this. I bet you, because Venus is going to be in Aries like tomorrow, that's what I'm saying. I think I'm already in that energy. Like I'm feeling a wee bit more social. Like I want to be out and about, but still, it wouldn't be out and about like that. You know what I mean? I'll probably just more likely be like wanting to go and see my friends I haven't seen and stuff. Like yeah, like I'll probably go and visit my friend that lives further away, and then my other pal that just stays. You know what I mean? It's just that's what I mean. It's bloody, 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 blah. All this could be relevant. And you might notice a difference in yourself too, because with Venus and Pisces, you might have been a wee bit more hermit-like, a wee bit more sensitive. Sensitivity is a beautiful thing, though, remember. And also snuggling with your lover, that's what that says to me. Because it's like, hashtag all the feels. Whereas Aries is like the dancing emoji. Oh my god, that was quite good because that might be why they've. That's so funny. That might be why they've made me put my hair up because her hair's. Oh my god, that's fucking banter. Yeah, but you know what I mean. It's like the wee dancing people. That's Venus and Aries. Um, but you see how it doesn't. That's funny though. You see how it doesn't. Venus and Aries. It doesn't need to be like going out and getting pissed all the time, and you know, it can just be being playful, like in whatever way. Like my being playful is actually entertaining you, like and doing the clearing and healing at the same time. Um, but yeah, I'm being distracted from what I was saying, but this is what I mean. Maybe it's because they're not what me say. Basically, when I was watching that weather thing, it was reminding me of the scene in that film where the cars are all piling one on top of the other. If you've seen it, horrible. So yeah, if that was real, what I saw, and like I said, it looked real. And if it's not, that's sick that people do that. But it looked real. I'm praying because that just looked like something out of a horror film. It looked like it was like I don't know. It looked like instant ice had formed, and then they were trying to warn the other ones to slow down, but because it looked like some kind of highway, they weren't slowing down, and then they were crashing. Like literally, I'm not. It's giving me chills. It's just exactly like that film. So I'd just be interested if anyone else, follows any of these like things like that. If needs be, I'll put it below. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, but I mean, it wasn't very nice. Like, it's not like you don't get me wrong, you don't see anything like gory, but it's just not nice. I had to turn the volume down because it was just horrible hearing the cars crash. Because it didn't mention anything about anybody being hurt or dying, but I mean, fuck it, I mean, there must be fatalities. Oh God, sorry. Again, sorry. This is what I mean about sorry, not sorry. This is because of where this energy is in my chart. It's like that's talking about shadowy stuff, like stuff that's not very nice, but it's a fact. So yeah, basically, so that there's that weather, but I also saw that there was flash floods in Hawaii and Australia. So, and again, you don't see these things on the news. You never should like I don't tend to really watch the news, but I do follow the main news channels on here, and I don't ever see them. Like it's just on these weather things where it's like it's some guys like their mission, to like report weather all around the world so that people are up to date. But fucking hell, it really is like apocalyptic times. I was getting guided to those cards, the one with the apocalypse. I think they want me to get them. Right, I need to pull this card. So if you're new, this is how it is. Ping pong ball, ping pong ball. And I think that's why I'm maybe not to do a live and I'm just meant to do it on video. Because like I say, generally speaking, Mondays are my day off. I don't mind doing mediumship Monday because I love doing it. But it's because I chill, have the day off. And then whereas if I go on a live, I don't trust myself. I'm going to sit there for ages. So yeah, I think it's 3:30 now. So if I just get this done, and then I've got a few hours to myself where I need to go somewhere. I have to try and stay awake. I'll take the tree down. The tree is still, I mean, I need to take it down, don't I? I need to take it down now. Maybe I should just leave it up. I'm like, maybe I should leave it up and take it up down on the full moon. But I'm just like, it's just, it really cheers me up. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to take it down. And there are people that do that. I've already got a plant with fairy lights, but it's not enough. Like, I want to keep the tree. Right, so Aries is about the child, and I'm letting my inner child speak. My inner child's like, the tree stays. I'm sure that's what my actual nieces would say if they'd be like, keep the tree. They'd actually, maybe, yeah, they'd love that. I'm keeping it. They never saw my tree, or did they actually? Wait a minute. No, I'm talking shite. They did see the tree. They were here the other day. Oh God, honestly, this is what I mean. This is what I mean. I've not had any sleep. I napped for 2 hours, and the thing is, I said that to my cousin. Right, my cousin called me the other night, and I hadn't caught up with her in a while. Like, I hadn't caught up with her for like, I don't know, a month or something. So, like, since before Christmas anyway. And but when she called me, by the way, all of this is going to have something to do when I go, like, this is going to, so there could be something to do with like family, or specifically cousins, or Christmas, because they're pulling me to the Merry Christmas thing. I've just talking about the Christmas tree. They're pulling me to the Merry Christmas sign. Again, I know it's mental that these things are up, but this is what I said on the shorts. It's because they must have knew that this was my message. Yeah, the point was, when she called, I was like, I was in and out of sleep. I was having a nap, and there was just no way. I thought, I'm not going to be able to wake myself up enough to. So I'm going to talk to her. Oh my God, I'm going to talk to her. I don't know, I'll be able to stay awake. I'm going to talk to her. That's why I was thinking maybe to do a live. I'll assess that after this. I might just do a quick one, and if I'm not kind of feeling it, I'll just get off. If that's still working. I don't know. If I haven't showed up, I decided not to. But anyway, the point is yeah, I was like, hopefully I'm going to be awake when she calls me tomorrow. Oh, actually, no, I will be, because that's actually, I've got a client when I've been getting sleepy, so that's going to help me. Yeah, hopefully I just sleep tonight and then it sorts out all like that. Going the walk will have tired me. I didn't walk that long, but it will have tired me out a bit, surely. Right, so these wee bits of paper I've had for like about a year and a half now, and it's just, I wrote different things in it, and what often happens is I'll do whatever it is they want me to do, and then I'll pull the bits of paper and I'll have already done what the paper says. Might be different today, but we'll just see. So what have I spoke about? If channeled astrology comes out, I've already done that. But like I said, I do that every day because I talk about it and everything. I'm not really given any twin flame messages. That one likes to come out a lot. And there is, believe it or not, although I'm a twin flame healer, there is only one bit of paper that says that. And it comes out like nearly every single time because I'm a twin flame healer. It's 33 minutes as well. Jesus. Come to Jesus. I specifically want to say deliverance. Is someone needing deliverance? Because, that is basically what I do. Like, I clear energy, but it's a wee bit stronger than what most do. It is like quite heavy energy that I clear from people. Give us a bit of paper. Oh my God, actually, look, dream exploration. I'm making that face because, was it yesterday or the day before? I think it was not last night, but the night before. Yeah, it wasn't last night because I haven't fucking slept. Again, I tried to sleep, but I just lay there awake because I'd napped earlier on. So basically, it might have even been in that, but that nap was so interesting that it was either the nap or when I woke up. I think it was that. I actually made a little video, which I intended to put it out. I've not even watched it back yet. But again, there was a lot of stuff just for me. So, I was kind of talking cryptic. I was a bit cryptic, and that's why I need to listen to it back. But I might just try and remember some of it now. But basically, even if I can't remember all of it, but like I said, I recorded a wee blackout video, so I'll watch it back and then I might put that up after this, or I'll put it up, or I'll at least put it in the membership. But there wasn't anything that I said that wasn't. So yeah, I'll just see. But yeah, basically, it was really, really vivid. it was a really vivid dream, and I've spoke about it on there, but and then what was funny was because dreams don't need to make sense, but there's always a sign in it. So basically, I'm just going to tell you what happens in my dreams, right? Because everybody's dreams can have signs and things in it, right? But what happens to me is either it is a natural sign or an omen or something for me, or I get visions of like things of the future because of their visions, for myself or for others or for somebody I know or for a client, or or for the collective, because I'm a collective channel as well as a Twinflame channel. I'm a collective channel, which is why I keep saying, if you are welcome, you don't need to be a Twinflame. Not everybody is a Twinflame. It's I was going to say you wouldn't want to be. Some days you wouldn't want to be, trust me. But it is a beautiful, rewarding journey as well. But it's yeah, it is very, very painful, and not everybody could handle it. But yeah, if you're not on the twin flame journey and you want to hang around and you're just feeling like, for instance, like the woman I was just blaring away to there that I bumped into out and about, like she was just saying, what did she say again? She said, "Oh, I just feel like I can talk to you. Do you know what I mean? You're really easy to talk to." And I'm, "Oh, thanks." And again, you're feeling my Venus and Aries. I didn't say that, but you know what I mean? It is, I heed it like that. It's what I said before, like I never take it for granted, but I do heed it quite a lot. But it's going to be more so right now because it's like I'm in that very, again, I'm always friendly. Like I'm never not friendly, but do you know what I mean? It's like OTT when it's like I'm just more, yeah, I've just got more energy. But yeah, it was very basically. Oh yeah, that's what I was laughing about. There was definitely things to share with the collective, but I can't remember them now. But that's why it's good I made the video. But what was weird was there was people from Love Island in my dreams. So that's what I thought was hilarious, and it was even the one. Again, I don't want to say I don't like her. I just I just find her a bit annoying. And again, look, like I said, Aries is my first house. Sorry, oh my god, this is how tired I am. Aries is the first house energy, rather, and I've got in Scorpio, and my Mars and Saturn are there, right? So I'm going to be honest with you. It's like brutally honest with you, all the time, basically. So if you don't like that, you're probably not going to like me, but and that's all right. There's loads of other people that'll tie it up in a nice bow, and you can just live in La La Land. But nah, I'm only joking. There's people that are very, just all about the light and stuff like that, and they are just doing their job. But like I said, I'm here to spread light and empowerment, is what I prefer to say, and love. But I'll separate it all up because I'm just not a fan of that term. But I'm here to keep it real too. You know what I mean? And I'm here to talk about the shadow and integrating the shadow. And basically, what I'm getting at is, I'm just being honest, I find that girl a little bit irritating, right? But see what I mean? I'm reasoning here. She's really quite sweet, actually. It's just, and it's not a crime. Like I'm well aware. Like people will find me nippy as fuck, and if to translate that, to be honest, there's 50% of my audience are in the UK, and I don't know whether that's like Ireland, England, Scotland, or quite a huge bunch of that. It's just, I don't know, monitoring spirits from round where I live. Fuck knows. I don't want to know. But um, yeah, it's, so there could be something about, yeah, but basically that's what I'm saying. Like, sorry, nippy as fuck means annoying. So do you know what I mean? What I was about to say is, people could find me really annoying. Fuck, I find myself annoying. Like when I have to, I'm not even being funny. Like when I have to watch myself back on the videos, sometimes I cringe and I do annoy myself. Like for instance, how loud I talk on, like. But now I've just said that, I'm more conscious of the fact I've got a microphone now. But I do annoy myself with that. But I also find it quite funny. Like I was when I which is, which, do you know what? I'm not being funny, but that is a good quality. I've seen when you can laugh at yourself, like you're never going to be bored. Like that's the thing. I'm never bored. Like, and also, can I just say, being bored is a sign of enlightenment. So if you can actually be quite content and be bored and just sort of float about in it, that's a good thing. So, and I can, you know, I could sit and stare at the window for ages, or I could like just, you know, and that, because again, that's stuff that I've done in my shamanic stuff, like, you know what I mean, like particularly that one I've spoke about where it was 24 hours out in the woods, not by myself. There was other people like kind of nearby, but you were on your own though. You know what I mean? So it was still scary, and you're still out in the woods, but there was other people. But yeah, I just embrace the boredom because and then you do get, you know, the visions come in and stuff. But like I said, that happens to me. That happens to me in the dark anywhere. Do you know what I mean? But it's more intense. So maybe somebody's doing a vision quest or something. But anyway, the whole point was my twin flame was in my dream too. And I'm not really going to tell you anything else because, to be honest, I can't even fucking remember. All I remember is it felt really, really real. Actually, I think I am meant to tell you that, right? Because it confused me. Because I said in that video, it doesn't feel like it's. It doesn't. Well, never say never. Actually, yeah, I'm not gonna. It wasn't anything like. Yeah, it's nothing too juicy. I think I'm just going to keep that to myself. It's just really the point is that it's like one I had months ago when I shared that, and he was in it, and he was telling me something, and it's like and it's like that again. And again, think about it. Like I don't tell. I mean, I'm not telepathic. You know, it's yeah. I feel everything, so I'm not exactly going to tell you everything. But this wasn't like that. It was in a dream, and so it was like it was like a basically it was like a lucid dream. And then there was just loads of random people. Like there was people from Love Island on it, and then there was just loads of random people. It was weird. Yeah, kind of doesn't feel like there's any point in me telling you that now, but I'm just trying to think if I can tell it like with there being a bit of a theme. Wait a minute, maybe. Wait a minute, let me just get these and then. Like, just generally, it was basically like about. That's what I can say. The theme of it was about like. It was about like mixed up information. That's what I'll say. Now, I don't think there's not a card in here called misinformation, but that's yeah. That's what I'll say. But it felt like something from like it felt like if it was actually relevant. So I think it's more just that it was the way it's hard to again it's hard sometimes to explain dreams or visions, but I can usually do it. You see, but I think the fact I'm having such so maybe this is one of you, the male or the female people that are more near to this, and you're having trouble explaining what you're experiencing. Because I never have this much trouble, but remember, I have to keep stressing. I haven't had any sleep, so but and maybe you're having trouble sleeping as well. It felt like if that was an actual message for me, it's something like pertaining to like years ago, like when we were younger. You know what I mean? And it's actually fuck it. I'm just gonna say it because it's really not that bad. I'm just laughing about it. It might actually even that's not what happened in the dream, so I don't want to kind of like add bells and whistles to it. But I think someone has told one of your twin flames that you're seeing someone, or somebody's told you that they're seeing someone. But the thing is, this is specific. Whoever you're not, or they're not. So again, that's not going to be for everyone, and that's why I'm saying it's not. Well, actually, fuck. Put it this way: if that was mine for any of the time that I've known him, it would be misinformation because I've not had a boyfriend and the whole time I've known him, he's obviously cock-blocked me. Like, seriously, the twin flame journey cock-blocked me. That's going to be the name of my book. But no, I think the only thing I can think that it would kind of make sense is that there was one night I bumped into him in a club. I mean, the story of my life, that's always where we see each other. But it was like he was like, what was it he said again? He said something about my boyfriend or something. He was like, but it was like it was like someone had told him I had a boyfriend because he was like someone about it, and I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I've not got a boyfriend. But and I'm not this type of person. But for 2 seconds, I was like, I said, oh, he's not out tonight, and then like just joking, you know what I mean? And like, because again, I'm not kidding when I say if I'm 40, this was like, never mind, 15 years ago. That's probably fucking more like 20 years ago. Nah, it wouldn't be as much as that because I would have only been maybe not far off it actually. Maybe like 17, 18, I don't know. Fuck, I'm bad at maths, but it was a long fucking time ago anyway. And but I was just joking, and then he was like, "What have you?" And I was like, "Nah, I haven't got one." And then he was just kind of like, "Right, let's go." And then but that's the only thing I can think. So that wasn't even but it was something like that. You know what I mean? It was like, so because it doesn't make actual sense for me, I feel that sometimes what happens is in the dream, it's like, but I feel someone has, like I said, I feel someone has, yeah. I don't know. It's really weird, but I'm just realising I must have seen a thumbnail or a title or something like that today where somebody's saying the same thing. But that honestly was what my dream was about, like the other night. So it's got to be for someone. Maybe I've just to deliver that message because maybe, but yeah. So I don't know. Anyway, that's weird. Oh yeah, but with the divine masculines, I pulled out this before, so I think it was last night. Look, acceptance and welcome. So I don't know if you can see, but look, I said this. I remember in a live I pulled that, the little angel at the door. So I do feel that that is like about people coming to your door. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, and then texts and calls and whatever, or emails or inbox, whatever, you know, whatever different, all the different things. But I feel like this could be like somebody walking through the door to like the next chapter of their life, or, you know, opening up contact again after a long time. And then I pulled out the one that's not got a word. So it's like you're not meant to know what comes next, or something's a bit of a mystery. The tiger again. All right. I like now that it felt really kind of disjointed again because I'm just going out. I'm just going with again. I'm not exactly going to stop. I'm just going with it. But give us a word. That's so funny. They're just totally gone. My laugh was. They're just fucking with us today. They're fucking with me at the same time as fucking with you. They just want me to be making people laugh today. Clearly, again, I was thinking that when I was chatting away to the women in that shop, I think maybe she was just having a bit of a shit Monday. Do you know what I mean? And I've just like blathered on, like, you know, reminding her, passing on some random information from her nana. Do you know what I mean? But it's kind of like, and the funny thing was, what I was saying was, because she said, "Oh, are you feeling anything around me?" Now, I would never be rude, but because it's my work, you know, sometimes I would be like, you know, I was just like, look, I'm going to be honest with you. If I'm not feeling it, and I'm not, you know, I'm not Teresa Caputo, I'm not going to do. And she didn't even know who that was. I was like, oh, it's just some woman I used to love watching. She reads people in the street, and she goes up in the supermarket and starts reading. I said, it's no ethical. I said, but because you've asked me, and as it happened, I realised I just sort of stopped for a minute. I went, wait a minute. I was thinking about my nana right like 20 minutes before I came in here. And then I was seeing things to do with the rose, and that is my sign for my nana, as well as like Mary Magdalene and stuff. And then there was just quite a few things. And then even when I left the woman, I saw other things of it. I thought, oh, it's Mediumship Monday. But anyway, yeah, it's Aquarius season. It's weird and wonderful. They're obviously just wanting me to be a bit off the wall, a wild woman energy. And like I said, I'm laughing that it's like, what did I do? I can't do it now. I love that emoji. What else have we got? So yeah, basically, if you're not around here all the time, I knew that was going to, fuck's sake, I knew that I was going to say that, because I was, believe it or not, right, I've got two in my hand. I was just about to say I'm very spontaneous as a person, but I'm very spontaneous as a medium. Like you'll often hear me say, just to get me to say it, when not every day, but not even every other day. I'd say it's like every few weeks I'll mention it, maybe for like if people are new. Like part of my mediumship comes through as like very spontaneous and involuntary movement. So that's what I mean by like I just cut a deck and I pick it up and it's always exactly what someone needs to hear, or like with how kind of all over the place I'm going, all these bits and bobs will make sense to someone somewhere. And look, spontaneity. But you'll see as well, like when I'm doing this, because nobody's here interacting, the loved ones in spirit can literally talk through me, my mannerisms and everything. Like for instance, I don't wear my hair up very often. So when I do, like maybe this was like how maybe somebody in the spirit world wear their hair like this, or maybe one of yous wear your hair like this, or maybe one of your twin flame wear their hair like this. I was going on about going grey, you know, because again, that's been, I'm 40, like I said, I'm 41 in April, but I've been going grey since I was like 24. True story. But yeah, or you could be very spontaneous, but yeah, so I feel there's something about all of this. What's that? Birth. So, Aries is about birth, so new beginnings. Unless there's an actual birth around you, congratulations. Doesn't need to be your own, it could be, but this could be like a birth in the family or a friend, or the birth of a new relationship, a new friendship. Like me and that lady I was chatting to. Purpose, yeah, me following my purpose. You following your purpose. Right. So I picked up these when I was talking about, can I tell you, like I said, I made it sound really exciting. It really wasn't. It was just weird. That's why I recorded, like I recorded a version for you, and basically I recorded a version for me, like just to remember like the bits and bobs, because it was just really weird. But it was obviously because I've been watching Love Island late at night before I fell asleep. Or like I say, whenever it was, I can't remember if it was like, I think it was it does matter. I think it was when I had the 2 hour nap. It was maybe an hour and then I kept snoozing it, because it's like basically my downloads are just constant, but it was like I was being told something, but then it was like I was in a lucid dream. It was definitely about it was confusion, or it was like, I think it's the theme about an illusion. And oh shit, I think there is, like it's like an illusion that was cast. So like I said, this is either an illusion for a divine feminine or an illusion for a divine masculine. And sometimes it can even be a divine masculine that's set the illusion for the divine feminine, but that wasn't what it was. It was like misinformation. That's basically what it was. Instinct. Wow. So I've already spoke all about the tiger in this, and now we've got the wolf. So if you've heard me say that before, whenever there's signs to do with the tiger and the wolf, to me that is about divine feminine, divine masculine, like coming in our union, aligning. I would actually say aligning for union. It sounds like a plane's landing, doesn't it? But it's like, oh fuck, I know why they just made me say that. Oh, this is what I mean. This is going really Scorpio. When I was talking about that Netflix thing, that's why it was making me feel sick when I saw that weather thing in the cars, because then I was thinking, with all the things that are happening, well, they all seem to be centred in America with the planes. It was reminding me of that, and then seeing that, it was reminding me of that, and I've already seen other, and there was things like, you know, I'm sure there was something where, well, not quite exactly the boat, because that's a bit terrifying. But you know what I mean? I've just seen loads of things that keep reminding me of that. So I'm just praying against the fucking evil in the world. If you know who is behind making that, you know. If you know, you know. Trust your instincts. But yeah, that kind of it. If you think about what I was saying, the wolf is about mystery. You know, the wolf is about discernment, and it's about trusting your instincts, which is why it's obviously on the card. And I'm talking about from what I can remember that, it was like, yeah, it was like misinformation. That's the word they keep giving me. Well, I mean, like I've had to shut the window because it's freezing, but that chill I just got was truth chills. Yeah, trickery. I'm saying misinformation would be like trickery, right? Like I said, I'm sorry if I've relayed the dream a bit shit because it was a bit of a funny random dream, and like I said, so I've just relayed it the best I can. But it's kind of like because it really wasn't like I know when it's stuff, but again, like I said, I can see how nothing is impossible, and I can see it's just with what my twin flame said to me in the dream. It didn't make sense to me, but it's like things can make sense later. So, but it's more just like, yeah, it's misinformation, but yeah, trickery. So again, you just can't fucking make this shit up. It reminds me of this is just funny because again, if you're new, you might think that this is new that this is happening because basically people's gifts are heightening, right? Like in this time, like basically some people's gifts are coming online for the first time. Like some people's psychic senses, like some people never saw these synchronicities and angel numbers is what most people call them. I call them activation codes. But I mean, it's not just me saying it like that's what my guys call them. But it's kind of like, um, yeah. So it's all very normal for me, you know what I mean. But I'm here to teach people on that. So it's so you know what I mean. That is the role that I've been prepared for a long time, which actually is my wolf medicine. You know, the teacher. But and also we've literally just come out a year of the dragon. And also, this is quite a funny fable. This dragon's called Kelly. So, and again, I usually, unless I'm really led to, or they make it jump out my mouth like that, I don't usually give names unless it's like I do in personal sessions, basically, or maybe like in a smaller group setting or something like that. Um, but I just always remember that it's something like it's something random like the dragon's called Kelly. Um, So again, just totally disregard that if it's not relevant. It could be someone in the spirit world, it could be someone alive, um, could be a surname as well, couldn't it? But the point is it's about trickery. It's about greed as well, actually. That's about wait a minute, I'm going to read it. But I can't believe it. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like basically I'm just laughing because when I couldn't sleep, I was guided to watch like my Scorpio video because I've still not got. You'll see the ones I haven't got the emojis. It's because I haven't watched it back yet. Like, and I mean, it's just because do you know what I mean? It's fucking like there's fucking 12 of them. So, you know what I mean? I want to have a break from doing this and just and it's so because I hadn't like I said I watched the other ones and not even right after, but I managed to get through some of them and then so anyway I watched it and that was if you've not seen Scorpio, watch it because that was nuts. Like I was saying that I felt something about a stalker, and it felt like karmic energy because I explained what I meant, but you know what I mean. With it, I explained, um, and and then when I got the deck, that's the first card that came out. So again, watch it for yourself. But I've done that like again, but I do end up doing that quite a lot, and that's what I'm saying. If you're new around here, that is not the I. It just feels like I'm doing that in every single video, and it's not put on. Like you see, I'm shuffling. That's what comes out. That genuinely has shocked me. Um, but they needed that card to come out because I was kind of like, where's this going? But it's that obviously is a very clear message. It's crystal clear visions. The thing is, it wasn't very clear in which they've made the dream come. But it just depends. So it might be. It might be. It wasn't like again. It's not like massively. It's not like a massively juicy message or anything. It's just kind of like basically I know what it would mean to me if it I know I can Yeah, but it's kind of like it's that. It's like some kind of illusion's been cast. Like I said, it's like when I call black magic, spell work, manipulation, gossip, blah 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 blah. And sometimes it's kind of like not even that a big a deal, and sometimes it is a big deal, and sometimes it, and it reminds me of the Huntsman's Winter's War, when I've given that example loads before, where the Ice Queen, this could all be relevant, creates a wall of ice where the two that are in love that were running away to, well, actually they're already married, because in those times it was like you got married by like putting a necklace over it. It's beautiful, actually, that scene. It reminds me of things like Braveheart and that, but it's kind of like, oh, this could be relevant, past lives or something. But basically, yeah, if you've not seen it, watch it. But basically, the queen makes him see her die, and she sees him running away, leaving her. So she doesn't die, but he's made to look. So basically, it makes it look like that he's abandoned her. So basically, and then he thinks she's dead. Oh, it's horrible. So again, I always like whenever they specifically give me that, it is trickery. But like, so that's going to make sense to someone. Like, there's someone, either both people think, oh yeah, because in that film they're both adamant. Like, he's like, you're dead. And this is obviously a very extreme example, but do you know what I mean? It's like they're both adamant of their own truth. Like, he's believed that she died like 7 years ago, I think specifically, or something, something like that. I think it is specifically 7 years ago, so that could be relevant too. And she's like, you left me, you're a coward. You just, because it's like because they've both been trained to fight and to war, and she's like really good at aiming the arrows and all that, or whatever you call it, the archery, I think you call it. And so she's got a chip on her shoulder, you know what I mean? And but he's just kind of like, and then she's not believing him. So it's all kind of, you just watch it. But again, I think picking that apart, it's like, I think there is something about here, like, it's either one person's been told something that was false information, like, let's not bring politics in it, but it's like false information, false news. That's what I was going to do. Fake news. That's it. Fake news. Like, someone's been told something that isn't true, or um, or both people have been told things that aren't true. Trickery. Let us now read this. So interesting how that came through. And and I've opened up at the page. And so look how they're trying, someone's loved ones in spirit are trying very hard, and guides, a combination of them all, are trying very hard to get this through. Like, even if that's just one twin flame pair, but believe me, it won't be one, it'll be a group or a wave of people that's happening to. Again, I know what's going to happen. I'm channeling this out, and then when I get off, I'll probably see other people that have brought through the same. Or not for a couple of weeks, because what I've noticed is some of the ones that I'm seeing now are actually ones that I channeled like a week ago and 2 weeks ago. And they're no joking when they called me crystal clear visions. I really do get things like way ahead of the crowd. Some of these bigger channels that are like 600,000. In fact, one in particular that's like very popular, I don't name the names because I just think it's easier to keep it that way, right? Because I deal with the light and the shadow and the balance, I just think it's fair. There's loads of shady fuckers out there. Be discerning what you tune into. Include me if you don't like my energy or whatever, go and do you, boo. But this isn't just my channel, it's our channel, and we're all very friendly. Unless you're, like I said, unless with my very, blunt and straight to the point rules there. If you're cheeky to me or someone else, basically unnecessarily nasty or horrible, bye. Not going to stand for it, because what's the need? It's usually a bot, but sometimes it can be just nasty folk. But we don't get that, because my power animals protect the space. But got to be humble, you just never know. And especially when there's more people and stuff. And then what's the other one? Don't read other people's energy. Yeah, very important about that. Oh my God, and then look, this is the spirit world talking through me, because look at what I've already said. I said to that woman, yeah, I'm not into that. I don't just start reading people's energy in the supermarket. I never go to the supermarket anyway. I get delivered because I can't. I have panic attacks when I did used to go, but yeah, and that was long before the pandemic. And then that's actually a good thing that happened to me, I got my food delivered like most people, and I just never stopped getting it done. But it's also because I live up high and stuff. It's fucking nightmare. It was horrible. It was actually horrible going for a physical shop, and like, you know what I mean. It's just, it can be a hassle bringing your handbag up these stairs. Never mind the shopping. But it's like every time a delivery person is dropping me a parcel, I'm like, I know, I never get used to it, and it never seems to like make any difference exercise wise. So that's all on. Oh yeah, and what I was going to say is there's equally lovely, amazing people out there, whether it be helping with twin flames or other parts of psychics on that. So you know what I mean. There's, um, as I said, like as I pulled enlightenment and complacency. So all these things could be relevant, but we can't read them all. So let's just read. The temperate is as guilty as the thief. Kelly the green dragon, see I remembered right, has one jumbo-sized acorn to get on it, and also it's a guy. So, which I always think quite interesting. You know, that must be an American thing. I've never met a guy called. To get him through the winter. Squirrel spies a huge acorn and decides he has to have it to win the forest annual contest. To tempt Kelly, he fills a basket with rocks and scatters the tiny acorns he has collected on top. Kelly feels the weight of the basket and steals it, allowing Squirrel to grab the single acorn. But they both lose. Kelly now has less food and Squirrel is disqualified from the contest for cheating. During trying times, things may be easier if you ask for help. Don't be disappointed if assistance does not come from the place you expect. Am I afraid to tell the truth? How does that fear make me manipulate others? Oh, see, that's some deep shadow work. What do I really need to say? Oh, and I'd said that. I mean, it feels like every single video I ring through stuff about not being able to get. I mean, it's not every, but it does happen quite a lot. But I did have my sign about not being able to speak. Dance of scarcity, coveting possessions, vulnerable heart. There's a greedy energy here. Vulnerable heart, self-honesty, accusing others, hidden motives. Right, so accusing others. So again, that's quite specific wording. Yeah, so I feel there's been fake news or false accusations, and like I said, in the dream. I mean, that's what I mean. I'm laughing because it's like, it doesn't make sense. Like that's why I'm laughing. It doesn't make sense for what I'm doing and what I say all the time. But yeah, in my dream, I can't remember. But it was like he was saying to me, they told me you've got a boyfriend. So that's what I'm saying. That's got to be for one of yours, because if somebody said to mine, I've got a boyfriend, he's not going to believe it because he knows it's like, you know, so it's not real time. Um, but it wasn't. It wouldn't have been true any other. That's what's interesting. It wouldn't have been true any other time either. But I don't think he would have cared either, to be honest. Moving on. But yeah, so just whatever that means to anyone. And then the key word is vision, honesty, and greed. And the meditation is, who do you identify with, Squirrel the trickster or Kelly the greedy dragon? When you close your eyes, which one comes forward? Whoever it is, ask him what he is afraid of. Listen, then ask the great spirits for guidance. So just take a moment to be still, close your eyes if you didn't do it, and I'll just quickly ask to disconnect from the old earth of fear, lack, negativity, connect to and keep the lessons, let go the pain and the karmic lessons, especially because we're in the very karmic 29th degree of Venus in Pisces, and also, oh shit, wait a minute, this is the thumbnail. I don't know why I had to look away, but yeah. Try and get my hair looking alright. That's going to be a fucking miracle. But yeah, that would be trickery actually. Holy shit, that's got to go in the title. But not the holy shit, but the trick, like the North Node and Neptune. Yeah, basically it's still that conjunction. So I don't know why I'm looking, because I know what it is, but it's probably because I'm so tired. Yeah, so basically Venus right now is 29 degrees. Saturn's in Pisces too, but that's only 17. But Neptune is 28 degrees, so that's, you know, Neptune rules Pisces. So remember, that is confusion, illusion, trickery, lies, deception. It's also magical, mystical, psychic stuff. So when I say the other stuff, it's the shadow side of it. And the North Node in Pisces. So it's like, this is so destined and fated. So again, whatever all that means to someone, there's destined and fated revelations, I would say, about lies and deception, whether it be in current time or from way in the past. Because who knows, like, maybe there's something about, like, maybe that random night, I'm thinking back again, and believe me, this really wouldn't have been a big deal, because I've said before my feeling on stuff. Yeah, anyway, I'll not kind of go into that. But you know what I mean? It does sometimes make me think, like, you know what I mean? Like, just people can say anything, can't they? But yeah. Right, let's see what else comes out. Do you know what? Because I said Revelation, I'm going to shuffle, and because that's about the dragons, I did pull out Revelation of this earlier. What else are you wanting to tell us here? This is a very cryptic message. There could be something about the 1st of November being significant here, or the 4th of November, because it was 1/11 and then it was 04. So, and that's new beginnings, alignment, decision. That, oh my god, that is so interesting, because I'll tell you what does go direct today, and of course this is so dramatic. It's about to be 1618, which is 418, which is union. If you're not, for those of you, if you're brand new, my birthday is then 18th of April, but also but it's the 4 of Wands in Tarot, which is the union card, so it's just turned 418 as I was saying that. What was I going to say there? Yeah, it's still retrograde, but Jupiter does go direct in Gemini at some point today, which basically is about that. That's why I titled one of the last videos that. It's, that, right, that was what I spoke about in the other video. All right, so I'll talk about that just now because it's interesting. So what it means, right, is like, it went retrograde October of last year, right? So if you're watching this, that would be October 2024. And so a lot of divine masculine, male and female, so this could be some of you, right? Could be some divine feminines, could make sense for other parts of your life or whatever, who knows. But a lot of divine masculines, like, had a choice, and they may have chose, like, again, this gets bored, I know, but this gets boring, but it's true. They may have chose the karmic path, right? Like wait a minute. Like some kind of trickery could have influenced a decision. And it's not a smiley matter. Well, it doesn't feel like it. Or that was an illusion. Yeah, it's kind of like, this is all very cryptic, this bit, but it's kind of like, but it's not a mistake, because, you know, I'd done a title like that ages ago. Not that long ago, actually, but it was something like, you know, divine masculine had to choose the karmic route so that they knew what they really wanted. But the point is I remember thinking at the time, when Jupiter goes direct, that's going to be the divine masculines really choosing what they want and knowing, because they've chose what wasn't right, is the best way to describe it. And I think that's what I spoke about in another video. But also, this is the other part. So this wasn't my dream. This was downloads in my sleep. I don't know if it was the same night or nap or whatever, but it was that. I think that was my nap from last night. That's what it was, and the dream was from the. Honestly, it's all mixed up. But basically, what they were saying to me is, in astrology, Jupiter is connected with the husband. Now, bear in mind, it doesn't need to be literal husband, although it could be past life husband, whatever, you know, and especially because twin flames I associate with like kingdom husband and kingdom spouse and kingdom marriage and stuff. And also, weirdly, especially because I shared that thing. Like again, remember I hadn't slept, and it came up on my timeline, and it must be because everything I talk about, because I wasn't subscribed to it, and then I realised after too. I looked at all the comments. It's staged. I actually did think it was real. It was quite funny. I saw like people saying in the comments like, I bet it was all the women that thought that was real. But I was just kind of like, what the fuck, man? Do you know, I'm not even joking. Like, I hadn't had any sleep, and I was laughing that much. I was like, I need to go. Like, I needed to run to talk. Do you know what I mean? I was seriously going to pee myself. I was laughing that much. There was tears and everything. Um, and I couldn't stop watching. It was that funny. But I wasn't. Well, I kind of was. I kind of look. They're making me be my shadow. I wasn't. I would never ever laugh if somebody fell. Like, trust me. I'm the kind of person that's like, do you know what I mean? I'm all about like, you know, looking after kids and animals and older people and, you know, anyone in general, like, you know what I mean? But it's kind of like, I think that's what actually made me. I thought, wait a minute, is this even real? And I think that made sense why I was laughing so much, because it wasn't even real. But again, you know, I don't know. That was staged. You could see people say anyway, but it just seemed fucking random. Like, do you know, it just seemed really fucking random. But kind of weird that, you know, when I looked at what the channel was, it was Kingdom Marriages or something. So look at the community tab to see what I mean, or I'll post it below, because this would be annoying if you found it later and you're like, what are you talking about? But yeah, basically, Jupiter is the husband and Juno is like, you know, the wife, kind of, to simplify it a bit here, right? And so basically when and I've never heard anyone saying this is the download I was getting, right? It's like when Jupiter went retrograde, it was like I was hearing the husbands went backwards, right? So it's like the divine masculine went back to the past. Now, whether that's back to people from the past or like something like someone from a past life, you know, and they've been tricked. Oh, now it's getting juicy. Just so I've got the options for thumbnail. And it was a trick, you know. It tends it's the way you look at it. I always, you know, it's just I always just like distress, because it's, although you may see that if you're male or female as you made a mistake, I just don't see it like that. I've been teaching people about this for, well, you know, 10 years in public, but fucking probably 10,000 years from all my past lives. But it's like I could see how divine masculines would feel like that was a trick, and I feel like there is a real massive choice point going on, because that's what happens with that kind of transit, where it's like, because I said that on the shorts, I brought through the same download before I had that dream, because I just had it, because I only noticed that when I watched it, but I was guided to watch it. I was like, oh my god, because I said something about path, because I pulled the path card from this deck. It's probably going to come out again now. Do you know the funniest thing as well, right, is I was about to say, you know, because I just said about Juno, and I was like, oh, but I'm talking about Jupiter now, not Juno. But I've just realised the other really wow thing is Juno in Scorpio is literally right on top of my Mars right now. And right on top of, like, yeah, it's basically, it's hitting my Mars and it's hitting stuff to do for my twin flame too. So it's quite funny that it's like, but anyway, so I just realised that's why this message must be, it's like I'm accessing a portal of that kind of energy to bring this through for divine feminine and divine masculine. But basically, go back to the Jupiter thing. Jupiter and Gemini, wherever, look to where the Gemini is in your chart, because see if you've got Gemini in the 7th house of love and partnership, marriage, that could absolutely be where that could be for some people where there's like, you've got into some kind of, whether you call it a false union or a karmic union, you've got into some kind of serious relationship, or like I said, in some cases, like, could be literal marriage, where it was, you know what I mean? Like, whatever word you want to use. And then, like what I keep saying, like what I keep stressing about Venus retrograde when we go into it, I'm warning people, because that's what the pre-shadow is. We're already in shaky ground, right? but when it really goes retrograde, you're going to see what I mean. And it's going, it's going to, well, it's going to be in Aries tomorrow, so it'll be in Aries, and then it'll go back into retrograde Pisces again. But I'll talk about that when it's in Pisces again. But the shadow side of Aries is anger. It's passion. It's anger. It could be like, crimes of passion. You know what I mean? So it's kind of, the dark side is very much there too. It's like I said, but it can be very passionate too. So just, whatever all sort of makes sense. But really, wherever the Gemini is in your chart, Gemini's, two things. It's like, and because that's a decision, if this is you or your person, someone's made a decision. Say it's like two people. It's somebody chose someone when it's retrograde, and now it's going direct today at some point. Could finally get the clarity on that wasn't the right decision. Like, this is the right decision. But again, some people could have had this clarity ages ago, and I've just realised the synchronicity is just off the charts. Because look, I was going to post it in the community tab, but I saw a leaflet today. Well, it's kind of like a local one, but look, I've just zoomed in, so. And also, I was talking about that word with that woman. That's hilarious. Look, can you see? Clarity. I've just zoomed in. I'm sure you believe me, but it was on a leaflet. And I'm like, I'm fucking sick of seeing clarity and clear and crystal clear and, and yes, it does make me want to sing, I can see clearly now the rain. You know what I mean? You'll get that banter if you see me in Charlotte. Oh yeah, shit, I know why they're making me say that about Charlotte, because Charlotte said the thing. I was like, yeah, I just get sick of singing it because I've brought it through so many times over the years. But I was gobsmacked last night. Now, to the best of my knowledge, Charlotte doesn't watch Love Island. I don't think fucking any of you watch Love Island. And again, if you do watch Love Island, if you're from the UK and you want to chip in on the lives, I would appreciate that, because I feel like I'm talking to my fucking self. But I use it with the channeling anyway. But I can't find it. I didn't try very hard, but I was trying to. Oh my god, that's part of the channeling too. Maybe you feel like you didn't try very hard, or someone feels like they didn't try very hard. I don't know how but that felt like it was part of it too. Yeah, I don't know what live stream it was, but I'm probably going to be that determined to find it. Charlotte might remember, but I just really wanted to say to Charlotte that whatever one it was, right? Charlotte had saw something on the talk of the tick saying that she thought this guy Scott had left. Now he's like my favourite guy in it, right? And so it was kind of funny because it was like Charlotte was like, "Oh, I think he might have left," and what I figured it would be like, "Oh no, it's not him that's left. It's the girl he was paired up with that left." I said, "If he leaves, I'm not watching it." Well, it seems me and Charlotte have done a little bit of our psychicness together, and this is not the first time. I'm sure there's been other times where this has happened. So, because obviously you see my skills have been like that all the time as well. But like I said, Charlotte is actually, she is the 29th degree Pisces, where the degree I've just spoke about, where a lot of these planets are. That apparent confusion of Charlotte thinking he had left, right? I actually feel it's like that was meant, yeah, however, whatever way you look at it, because that's happened to me loads of times before where I thought something was one way and then it wasn't, and then it makes sense like, oh, and I think that's happened because it's like together, it's like, and again, like I would say, one of my past lives I'm really connected to is the Oracle of Delphi. And I remember in one of Charlotte's personal sessions, Charlotte, I remember I pulled you that card as well. It was like, and I just feel anyway, what I'm trying to say is, who do you think walked last night? That's right, that guy. He's gone. No a bird either. 1, 2, 3. So, wait a minute. How weird is this that I'm saying that at 1, 2, 3? That's like my sign for fuck it, let's go, like steps to something. And I'm saying he's gone and no a bird either. I think this is about my throat's going. No wonder I've been talking for 90 minutes. I think that's like a symbolic message. I did think that last night when I was watching it, of like the divine masculine leaving a situation. even the very fact, actually, although it's been the night before Jupiter goes direct, that can even be symbolic of that. Because what I was thinking, again, if you want me to be really geeky about this, well, if you don't, basically, I'm going to do it anyway. This, now you know how it feels like to be loved ones around me, because like I go into astrology whether you like it or not. But I would stop if you told me you didn't want to hear any more about it. I wouldn't tell you. But most people around me actually love it. They do want to hear it. So it's like getting free information that other people need to pay for. Do you know what I mean? But not everyone. You know what I mean? I wouldn't sort of go on about it if people don't want to hear. But basically, what I found fascinating was Scott is a double Leo. So, and you can just tell because he's like each to their own, but he's a good looking guy. All of their brothers, basically the two other brothers are actors, and I mean, he's on a reality TV show. But anyway, you know what I mean? It's like they're all very good looking guys, and like and like I said before, that he looks like Callum Scott, the singer. I really think they really do look they're like doppelgangers. But and I think what was funny was I'm pretty sure they were playing a Callum Scott song. I thought, God, that's a bit of a head song, like a head fuck. Like when he was leaving, I thought that was weird. At one point, I'm sure it was. I didn't know the song, but that's probably bringing in "You Are the Reason" again. I know Nathan likes that song. I channel "You're the Reason" all the time because it does come through quite a bit. Yeah, I think it is. I think the lyrics to that are going to be relevant here. Climb every ocean. You know what I mean? I can't believe we're singing it right now. Oh my God, it is relevant. Look what's sitting here. Here's one I prepared earlier. Because I climb every mountain just to be near you and fix what I've broken. Yeah, I'm sorry, please forgive me. Again, oh yes, basically, because what I was saying about Scott is that's really intense being a double Sun and Moon and Leo. And it would, and also he's got and also when I looked at his chart, his houses are like mine, so he attracts a lot of jealousy because he's not only a Leo Sun and Moon, and Leo anything does attract jealousy because it's about being seen, and it's very glitzy and glam, um, and he's got a Leo midheaven like me, and it attracts a lot of jealousy because I speak about that when it's relevant because it's fucking true. And I did notice a bit of that there was a bit of manipulation going on. I didn't really like it. It was like I said, I really like that Elmer girl that's on Towie, but I thought that's no nice. That was nasty. Basically, to put you in the picture, again, I know you might not care, but I'm going to tell you. She was like, he's basically the one he's been paired up with, right? Like I'd said this weeks ago when it first came on. He's been paired up with this girl that like something fucking random, like, oh my God, this is probably going to be relevant too. 9 years ago, he almost got to know her, but because he was with this other girl and she was very controlling. Sorry, I'm laughing. I'm observing myself as I'm doing this, and I'm knowing it's gonna have meaning for probably loads of different people in different ways. But I'll just keep going with this because this is about Love Island. But I'm like, where are you going with this? Yeah, he was with this girl that was really controlling, which is kind of interesting too, because he was describing that he doesn't think he's got chemistry with this girl, and I'm thinking, oh, you know what I mean? Like, I kind of feel sorry for him because I'm like, I hope that that's like him really knowing himself, and that's right, and it's not because he's mistaken like toxic trauma bonds and excitement for toxic trauma. Do you know what I mean? Because that's not sometimes what people describe as a spark, it's not real chemistry, it's hot and cold, addictive codependency, like you don't know where you're coming or going. Like basically, so if again, most people are going to know this, but for people that need to hear that, like if you're always walking on eggshells and wondering when this person's next going to blow up or what their mood's going to be like, that's no chemistry, though. That's no sparks. That's borderline abusive. Do you know what I mean? Whether it's a male, female, same sex, it's not great. And that's what I'm saying. Like I remember that was the first series I started watching again 9 years ago, and the girl was just again stunning, absolutely stunning girl. And she's really, again, she's grown up now. She was on another program, and but embarrassing, when she wasn't, she was quite young. She was a baby, like 21 or something. And yeah, she was kicking and screaming because went on a date this other girl. Well, that's what the fucking program's about, hen. You know what I mean? Like, did you check what you were going on? But anyway, the one that he's just been hanging out with, the second one, because the first one got kicked out. He wasn't feeling it with her before she got kicked out. He wasn't feeling it with her, right? That's the way the cookie crumbles, right? He's good looking, the girl was good looking, they just weren't feeling it. It was kind of friend zone vibes, right? And then, so this other one that he's been paired up with was the one he nearly went on a date with, but it didn't happen because the other girl was kicking off. I think that's why it happened. So it seemed like a bit like, you know, oh yeah, it seemed like a dream come true. I said it at the time, but maybe that was the trick, the illusion for the example. Because he wasn't feeling it. And he was saying, you know, I could keep on kissing her in bed, but, or he actually said to her, which was quite real, I could keep on kissing you in bed, but I'm just not, like, I don't want to go any further. Nobody wants to hear that. You know what I mean? And it's like, I could really strongly say that when the frickin' Juno and Scorpio, sexy Scorpio, is, again, because if you've got Juno and Scorpio, that would be like, you know, you would like intense, passionate love, or at least intense, passionate, oh my god, sex. That's hilarious. I made a wee short. I made a wee shorts on the beach. You know what? I'm gonna fuck about with the testing things, and I'm gonna put a poll in the community tab. So let's see if anyone's listening. If you want me to post that shorts, I want people to vote. Otherwise, that will stay in my phone. But I said something kind of like what I just done there. It was quite funny. I was just talking about. I was like, why am I saying eggshell? And I'm finding videos of women describing way more than it wasn't like a tarot video or anything, but I'm like, why are some people allowed to say? I don't know why I got in my head that I wasn't allowed to say. Anyway, whatever. Birth is kicking about too. Oh my god, that's a bit weird. I was talking about. But yeah. Anyway, the long and short of it is, what I realised is, like, when I looked at his chart, Pluto is like, well, basically Pluto is opposing probably his moon. I didn't know if it was his moon or something. I think it was his. I think it was his moon, because like he was experiencing intense emotion. Like, basically, it was really fucking. I was in fucking bits. Like, you know, I challenge you not to be crying at that. I love crying at reality TV. Like, when it's genuine, but it's like I could tell it was genuine. Like, I was in tears because it's just a sad. It is a. Oh god, now I think I'm channeling a song. It's a sad, sad situation. Is that Blue? And it's getting, you know, that is, isn't it? So sad. Sorry seems to be the hardest word. Anyway, what's sad about it is he was just basically saying, like, you know, he wasn't feeling it with her, and she really, you know, you could tell she really quite liked him. So it was quite a shame seeing her upset. But then what was really upsetting was the next. It was the next day. It was the next day. He decides he wanted to leave. But this is what I'm saying. I didn't really like the other girl that was trying to be all kind of like, you know, she was trying to be a good friend, but I think it was a wee bit kind of put on for the cameras. Nah, I think she is genuinely like that. But it wasn't nice because she was like, you know, just leave then, you know. You didn't like her and now you don't like her. What are you doing here? Just leave. And I thought, that's fucking nasty, man. You know what I mean? Because he's going through a spiritual awakening as a masculine. I don't mean a twin flame, but as a man, like all men are on the planet that are open to that change. And he might not know his astrology, damn it. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, you might not know why, but it was just a shame. And I looked, I thought, fuck, that's what it is. It's Pluto opposing his moon. That's really fucking intense. Do you know what I mean? And it's like these intense feelings are coming up to the surface. And then what was weird is I got really geeky, and I could even see where that Tina sat in his chart, and it was his fifth house. So you see, it is like playful, because that's what he was saying. He was like, you know, anyway, well, I don't know. It'd be quite nice, like, you know, because I was wondering. I thought, fuck, I hope it isn't that they actually have got a connection, and he's like just needing to do a bit of healing, and he's not, because that's what it kind of felt like a little bit, like he wasn't really in touch with his emotions. Because if he was referring back to that other one and saying that that was love, like that's no love. You know what I mean? How do I know? I wasn't in it, but you know what I mean? From what I know of, like, you know, because I've seen the other guys that girl went out with, and they were like pretty. Well, one of them was a total, like, he was a narcissist. Like that guy was a nasty little fucker. I watched him in another reality show, and the way he spoke to one of the girls was like this. It was disgusting. I was surprised he showed it on. If you know, you know. If you're a TV watcher, he called them a girl a no very nice name on the street. I was like, oh my god. He had a wee nasty streak, basically. But yeah, it's just interesting. It's kind of like what I've said before about when people get confused between like exciting and safe, and sometimes you can associate safe with boring. And it's, you know what I mean, when you heal properly, you realise the difference. And it's kind of, maybe there's people going through stuff like that, but that's what I was kind of seeing him go through. And like I said, it just annoyed me because that Elmer was like, you know, just go. I always thought her name was Elmer, and I think it's Elma. I keep calling it like Elmer the elephant. It's like when her name flashed up, I was like, all this fucking time I thought her name was that, and it's something else. I'm just laughing at myself. But yeah, I thought it was nasty because she was like, just go, but she didn't really mean it. And then when he actually did decide to leave, I thought, you're going to feel really guilty because how much of that guy's decision to leave was because she was making him feel like he had to. I didn't think that was very nice. You can't help it if he's not feeling it for two different guys. You know what I mean? And like, because I respected what he said. He's like, I'm older now. Like the next one I want to be with, it needs to be the one. And she wasn't the one. Like, I think I'm channeling a masculine right now, or quite a few of them. Like exactly what I just said. There's a card deck over there that's got something about the one. You know, it's sad, and it's a shame that girl was upset. I didn't like see it either. I was sobbing because she's a stunning girl. Again, I'm going totally in my shadow a little bit. Here's some bits I'm not saying, but all I was going to say is I could kind of, because I'm so in tune with people like that, right? Whether you call it my Pluto and Scorpio in the 12th house, that is what it is. So, or being a therapist and all these other things that I could tell he was a bit. Like I said, she's really beautiful and she seems like a really kind, lovely person too, but I was finding her voice a bit annoying. So, like I said, like, look, I'm well aware people might find my voice fucking annoying, and it was more just the fact people in Made in Chelsea like to say literally a lot, you know what I mean? Like, literally, and it was like, you know, he could have been getting a bit of the ick with that, you know what I mean? Because I was noticing it quite a bit. Anyway, I wish them all the best, especially Scott, because it's going to be shit watching it now. Because like I said, he's one of those characters that's why he gets so much, that's why he shines. Anyone that's got Leo, or especially if they've got like double Leo like that, and they usually are quite good looking, like Leo, Sun and Moon and Rising, I bet you're all good looking out there, but you're usually quite good looking, you know what I mean? And because he's Sun and Moon, he is very good looking. Each their own, but it is. So let's pray he meets a nice lady out there. And like I said, it might. I don't think it's either of them because they made it clear in the interview. Overthink. Oh my god, that's holy shit. I love when they do, like, again, like I said, I don't care if anybody else doesn't like this. And if you're a secret person that does like this, tell me. Even if you don't watch Love Island, you don't know what the fuck this is. That's why he left. Like, he was really overthinking everything. Playing negative scenarios in your head is creating issues that weren't there at first. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't actually be that surprised if when that program ends and whoever wins, I wouldn't be that surprised if like he gets together with a girl that he's just thought he doesn't like. Especially because especially because of the Venus shadow and Jupiter going direct tonight. That's fascinating. Then I really would be wrong about him finding her voice annoying. It's not really her voice. It's like I said, she's really lovely. It's just the fact she kept saying literally too much. Well, there's words I say too much, I can't think what one it is right. Oh, hilarious. I say hilarious like 10 million times, even when it's not hilarious. And it annoys me. I don't think I've been noticing that as much, so I'm probably going to do it all the time now. What else is relevant to this random story that's entertained me? But it's not random. It will have... Maybe there's someone on the outside that he's realised he's got feelings for, because that astrology that's going on for him would do that. Other people may be interfering with this relationship and dimming its full potential. Oh my God, and that's absolutely what happened in that scenario in Love Island too. He was overthinking it because he was like, you know, thinking she's not the one. Actions speak louder than words. If you want to know what someone is feeling, watch what they're doing. I'm not talking about Love Island now, just take this wherever it makes sense. Nothing has gone wrong. Trust the process. This connection is divinely timed. Well, that's kind of interesting because of what I said about how they two met. They met 9 years ago. It almost happened. It didn't happen. Now they've had a second chance. They got so far and it hasn't, well, it looks like it hasn't happened. Or are they going to get together when there's less pressure and he realises actually does like her? I don't know. I'm just saying I wouldn't be that surprised because of the way he was describing. Like, it was only when he was saying, I've not got that spark that I had with her. And I'm like, yeah, but that's not, he's mixing up. Like, because like I said, he's really hot and that toxic, I'm just going to call her toxic girl. I actually do like her now and I've seen her on things, right? But she was toxic, like, you know, very unhealthy, karmic-y kind of love. And he's thinking that's a spark. And you see, that's probably because he was with her for 5 years. I think they lived together in that. You're enough. The person you're meant to be with will love you the way you are. You don't need to change it. And he was even saying, like, I can see that. That's why I was crying. That girl was confused because he was even saying things to her like, and that's why I could see what I mean. Hopefully you can see my counselling reasoning skills here because I'm actually looking at it from all angles. That's why I'm saying, although I'm annoyed that girl said, just leave, because I thought it was nasty. Like, even if that is kind of, she's not God. Like, right, she can't tell, you know what I mean? Let him leave when it naturally, he could have met somebody else. It was the one, for fuck's sake. But what I'm saying is it's like, yeah, it's like, oh, what did that card say? Oh, look, pay attention to the red flags. Know the warning signs. All right, I'm done. Again, I think I give, whenever they get me to do this, I don't overthink it, right? So if I'm starting to overthink it, it's because it's part of this. This is always part of it. Even if you don't watch Love Island, I explain enough that you'll get it. Look at what I'm saying. Know the warning signs of what an unhealthy connection looks like. Pay attention to the red flags. Holy shit. I'm calling it here. If they end up getting together at the after party or something or that, I'm calling it right now. Because that's what I was noticing. It's like a bit of space and he might actually realise it because he was saying that, like, I've never been like this with anyone before, like, you know, like, you're bringing out a different side of me. And then people could call that fake, but I don't think he was being fake. And I think that's, again, that's part of the reason why he's left, because he's so hurt that the other girl thought, oh, she didn't say he was lying, but they were accusing him of leading him. Oh, anyway, this is all I'm going to trust that this will make sense to people, but that's exactly what we're saying. Like, some guys and girls don't know what a healthy connection is because they've never had it, and unfortunately, I think he's one of them. I mean, this guy's like, I think he's been sober at least a couple of years or something. He's getting the shit together, and maybe this is like the last part of his healing coming to the surface. Nothing. Yeah, look, they might get back together. Nothing has, either that or there's someone on the outside he's realised he's got feelings for and he's keeping that quiet. Nothing has gone wrong. Trust the process. This connection is divinely timed. But that's what I'm saying. That could make sense for them. Maybe it'd be third time lucky, away from all the... look, maybe they're twin flames, 144. I don't know, guys. I don't think they're twin flames, but that was something... Because they were both... It was very upsetting the way they were trying each other, and I'm like... And also the way that she lands in his chart is quite romantic, really, because she's a Pisces, and the way she lands in this chart is like quite meant to be, actually. Divine timing. That's what I just said. I don't look, and it's still on 144. I don't know if this is literally about Scott from Love Island, but if it's not, it's going to make sense for like at least some divine masculines out there. Divine timing, they are the one, and like I said, that's the thing. That's why he's left, because he didn't feel like she was the one. But I think he was overthinking distance. And then I just said, if they spend a bit of time, like he's out of there and he's watched, because that's the thing, that's how he'll know he likes her, you see. Because not only is it's not like, because he could have just broke it. Basically, he broke up with her while they were in there, and then he was left the next day. But if he'd stayed in there, he would have had to see it. But the thing is, because he's actually going to have to see her getting to know somebody on the tip, then he's going to know he likes her. Distance. Wow. Oh my god, I can see how this is totally channeling the Twinflame journey, actually, like bits. You know what I mean? Because I just said, yeah, I could see how that could make sense for some people. Be patient while things are unfolding. This connection's worth the wait, divine timing. And like I said, there was a wait for them to connect again. Now, is it just that they've had a nice time getting to know each other and he's realised she's not the one? Could be that, right? But it is kind of weird the way this is sort of coming out. They are the one, and he's thought she isn't, and Jupiter's going direct. I'm calling it. He might actually decide she is the one, and he just didn't know it because he didn't know what healthy love was. And I can absolutely see how that would make sense for the Twinflame journey. You've already met the romantic partner you seek, or there's someone on the outside and he wasn't saying. It's one of the two. Like, it could be that, like, look, he's realising she's not the one because he's realising who the one is on the outside. That would make sense to me too. The separation you're experiencing is necessary to help the relationship grow, but no, I'm telling you, I think he might end up with her. Wait a minute. I think it's an illusion. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Like I said, there's somebody he's realised, or it's, I know that he's like, shut up, get on with the reading, but this is part of it. That's so weird. I love how they do that with the wording and everything, because if you watch, trust me, at least know there will be some people watching this that watch Love Island. And what am I talking about? There'll be quite a few people. Because there's definitely people from my past, guys and gals. I can feel you out there. Right, so I've done the whole frickin' thing about that, and so I absolutely will not be going, well, will I though? I still could. I need to kill some time. Nah, it's too cold in here. Doesn't help I didn't put a fucking heater on. I'm going to put the heater on when I stop this. What, with all that, right, with all, like I said, I'm just going to trust that all of that bits and bobs will make sense. See, now, look at what, wait a minute. Look at what they were pulling me to. I look really it's written in the stars. That's so funny. Wow, I just can't get over that he kept going on about she's not the one, and that card says they are the one. And it makes so much sense to me if he's going to realise she is the one. Shit, I didn't even finish all of that, did I? So, yeah, Jupiter going retrograde, it was like they were saying to me the husband went backwards, and Jupiter going direct is like the husband is course correcting to go directly to the divine feminine, like the real one. And then even there, what I just channeled there, that's what I'm saying. Is it that he knows she's not the one because he knows who the one is and she's not on the programme? She's like some random on the outside. Reminds me of the Truman Show, actually. When he's married to the one that's an actor. This is going to be for someone as well. Because now it's like I feel like I want to bring up Total Recall when he's literally sleeping with the enemy, his wife, who is an actor. But in both those films, the wife is not who the husband thinks they are. oh my god. I'm in total like psychic. I'm always psychic detective, but I'm even more so in this energy. In both those films, the wife was not who the husband thought they were. It was a trick. This card is the gift that keeps on giving, but that term doesn't seem right now. And by the way, I have to say, I mean, Mary's coming in again because they're pulling me at the doll. I'm going to have to get Mary. Meet Mary if you hadn't met her. If you didn't meet Mary in the storm, here's Mary. So that'd be a funny thumbnail. That's my niece's doll that I'm actually rather fond of now. She takes that home. I'm going to be a bit like, where's Mary? I just, you know, she just sits on the couch and she's that freaking big. Do you know what I mean? Because that was only a tenner, guys. Like, you know what I mean? I think it was maybe 20 quid and I got it for 9.99. I just saw commitment. That's the only one that's facing up, right? Oh my god, and that's like what I've been channeling about. Oh my god, I'm so tired now. I really do need a nap, but I need to stay awake. Right. Could you just tell us? I don't know how long I'm going to... Did I even pull another bit of paper out? Let's just see. What else do you want me to talk about? If anything. This might be going on to be a 3-hour one. See what I mean? It's just God speaking through me and the guides and the loved ones and spirit and the light beings, and yeah, I've already done it. And then dream explanations on the bottom again. So yeah, I've already done what I'm meant to do. Thank Christ, I've been here for ages. Oh, right, we'll just use some of these though, because I want to use... Will we use them now? A minute. Right, look what's on the top, right? I'm going to shuffle, but if that comes out again, I sabotaged our connection because it was too intense. I'm just thinking about Love Island there. I'm thinking it's not exactly the way I would word it, but that's kind of what I'm saying about him. Is it's like, was he going into overthinking mode because he was feeling like he was meant to have some big fireworks in the sky, and only he's going to know. Because if it was like, if he was meaning it was like he really, because I don't know whether he was meaning like he could quite happily keep on kissing her in bed, but that's all he wants to do. Because I think it sounded like he means like, what, he doesn't want to have sex with her, and I think that's what she was thinking it meant too. But I thought he might not have meant that, you know. It might just have meant he was waiting for some big fucking sign from God or something, like, you know what I mean? Anyway, they'll make me start talking about that again if it's relevant, but what, and believe me, it will be. They never let me, I open up in the same way, and they're just, it will make sense to people. Right, what do the collective of masculines want to say? You've used Love Island to get the spirit world. I've used Love Island to get the most of the message across. Holy shit, that is totally the vibe. I want to reach out, but I don't know how. You might not get this, but I do get it, right? Because but even if this doesn't happen, but like I said, if it does, I'm calling it. And Christ, if anyone was going to make the channel blow up, that might work. But again, it's not exactly the niche. But and again, I now shit myself because I'm like, I get like, whenever there's loads of people in the live, I'm like, I like to grow steadily. Basically, imagine he does realise that when he's out, that he actually does like her more. It would be that. I want to reach out, but I don't know how. But basically, I've had loads of synchronicities to do with that. I do feel that is like, again, I asked for the strongest collective of masculines, like I want to reach out, but I don't know how. Like it's too intense. And like for whatever reason, like either you haven't spoke to this person in like years, like, you know, like a decade for some, or like, you know what I mean, or it's just the way it ended was awkward, or loads of different reasons. And again, like, you know, so let's do this, right? Specifically for whoever's feeling like that, because I asked for the strongest collective of masculine, could you give us a message back from the feminine? I think they might pick out like different divine masculines. So you can let me know if you want to. Yeah, look, I want to reach out, but I don't know how. Any time you need me, I'm here. I see and hear your name everywhere. I've always got your back. Oh my God. I've always got your back and I'm proud of you. And then look at what I just said. The intensity between us is overwhelming for me too at times. I'm telling you, they're absolutely making me use the Juno and Scorpio conjunct my Mars, but it's also hitting stuff for him. Like it's basically it's funny, I get it, with the intensity of it, it's like that's what I mean by when you got that kind of intensity with you, it's like it is intense, it's never not going to be intense. And actually, to be fair to that Scott guy in Love Island, that's what he means. If he means he's missing that, then I get it, because you don't find that with just anyone, because look at what I fucking go on about all the time. Good fucking luck to you, Twin Flame, if you found that kind of intensity with someone else. Anyway, moving on. That was a bit that was a bit too intense. Give us another. Oh, wait a minute. Give us some advice from this. Commitment keeps peeking out. Have you noticed, right? I mean, it has to be said, every single time I'm doing one of these, and I mention specifically mine and my twin flames chemistry or the connect, a card like that always comes out. And that's what, you know what I mean? Like, Lord knows if you'll ever actually literally see what I mean. But some people out there lurk on this, you fucking do know what I mean. Not just, I wasn't talking to him there, I was talking to other people, but you know what I mean? It's like, embrace a mutual attraction. Like, that's what you want. You want it to be mutual, you know what I mean? And it is mutual in me and him. He just fucking makes me look crazy, like I'm the one that's just saying about him all the time. Never mind me, I'll just fucking keep looking crazy. I'm just having a bit of banter with this. Oh God, right. This is a lot. So, friendship. All right, I know why that is. Successful couples are good friends. That's the advice, right? Because that's what I was feeling in my spirit, and then that's why I picked them up. It's like, if the intensity is overwhelming you and you've not spoke to this person for a long time, right? It's like you have to approach it in that way. Like, you have to like strip it back down to a friendship. Even if you know fine well, you're not wanting to be this person's friend. You're not quite sure, like, you know, how slow or fast or whatever, or maybe some of you are, but it's like, whoever this is, speak to a male, female, same sex, you know the drill by now. If you don't, that's, whatever. Successful couples are good friends. It's like, strip it back. That, especially if you never had it. I'm like, especially if it was just based on like lust. Because like I said, it's, and I don't even like calling it lust, what I had, whatever it was with my twin flame, because chemistry is a better word. It was chemistry, and it was a connection, but we were never, boyfriend, girlfriend. But we did sleep with each other far too many times to count, guys. You know what I'm saying? What do you want? Because I don't like the term friends of benefits either, because it wasn't like, oh, hey, how you doing? Yeah, do you want to come and hang out? No, it wasn't like that. It was, oh, look. No, it wasn't even like that either. It was just, yeah. Yes, we had our own ways. It was just mysterious with Scorpio, kind of, yeah. It's not just, you know what I mean, because I'm very Scorpios too. Successful couples are good friends, but this is basically what I'm saying is, just be a friend. And maybe I think what they're saying as well is that's what some of the masculines, that's what you need. You need a friend. Mistakes. They're telling you what, that, you know, we all make mistakes. That's when I like to say, look at that big sigh as well. People make mistakes, but mistakes make people. It's like, I want to reach out, I don't know how. After all the mistakes. And they're telling you, like, you know, approach it as a friendship. Commitment, sincere commitment. I mean, you couldn't get any clearer than that. Congratulations, it's time to celebrate. Someone close to you is sincere. So that feels like a really important message. And again, I feel they really did just want to sit my ass down to channel this while Juno and intense Scorpio was conjunct my Mars. Like, I've passionately, very plutonianly, just made up a word, delivered that. This commitment is sincere. But I feel you might doubt it because there was disagreements, there was mistakes. Agree to disagree. This is like when I've said before, expectations. Have realistic expectations. Like, look, whether there's, I think this is for the masculine. It's like the realistic expectation is there's going to be things that you need to agree to disagree on. True love is selfless, and then, you know, selfless, and you just have to sacrifice and let it go. Leave the past in the past. Resolution. Strive for harmonious solutions. Like, I'm sorry, guys, this is just getting hilarious. Happiness. Unlock the doors to happiness. And remember what I said? Oh no, I put them back. The wee guy, the wee angel. I don't know why I'm saying it's a guy as well, but well, that might be relevant. The wee angel was at the door and it said welcome. Feels like welcome then, oh look, admitting. It's okay to admit errors and put things right. Right, okay. I don't know if we even need to shuffle. I think that was the main point of this. Someone's fudged up and they don't know how to reach out and say sorry. And maybe, I feel in cases like that, you both need to say sorry to each other. Learn to be curious about each other. I just keep feeling like that Scott's going to change his mind. That's so fascinating. Choices. Pause before you choose. You know what I mean? He's like, he's felt the literal astrology and he's, look, crying, look what I said. They were fucking in tears. The whole fucking lot of them. I've shed tears over our connection. I'm surprised. Please don't be mad at me. I'm trying so hard to change. I lust for you. I feel that's come through. When I look at you sometimes, my desire takes me over and that primal need for you makes me want to rip off your clothes and have you right there. Holy shit. I always go, holy shit, but it's like, hello, hot man. Actually, God, that guy looks a bit like Scott from, do you know what I mean? It's that same kind of, yeah. I'm numb. When I feel dead inside, your love lights me up and I can breathe again. Right. Let's shuffle. Let's see if we get a different energy. Give me one more because I'm freezing. Oh no. Before I do a different collective, let's shuffle the new cards. I got the pink ones for Valentine's. Now this one's got quite exciting ones in it about surprises and stuff, and it's also got like shadier ones. So what else to go with it? Someone wants to reach out. They don't know how. They feel awkward about how to come forward. And I feel it's something to do with tricks, trickery, making a mistake, arguments, however all that fits into it. That's no fucking whittling down anyone, is it? Like, that could be, I don't know about everyone, but that could be quite a lot of people. And look at my face. Anticipation. Embrace the sweet anticipation of love's arrival in your life. It's coming. That would be funny if it was next to the other. I've been manifesting you. Now I'm really channeling that conjunction. No, now I look like that's too weird. That's a weird thumbnail. Quite funny though. I fantasize about you. You see, and that is how you manifest someone. You've been manifesting each other for the people that. Yeah, so relax. Find joy in the simple pleasures of just being together or just being yourself. You know what I mean? And then that's what brings the person in eventually. And I say eventually, get comfortable being yourself for a few years. Depends how long you've look. So this is the next wave, or it probably is the same look. Oh no, it's the same group that I'm picking up on. I'm realising I know I have blocked our union and I know I'm really blocking myself. I want to apologise. I need your forgiveness. I'm sorry, but I still feel like I'm channeling that situation from all that Love Island. I think that guy's going to do that. I think he's going to realise he does like that girl. Because he seemed confused. Yeah, I think he should have stayed that anyway. But he's done the right thing because he felt confused and he felt like he wasn't liking her as much as she deserves. So I think that is, anyway, I think he's a really good guy. They're all nice people, do you know what I mean? That's the thing. When I say I don't like them, they're all going to make mistakes. Even the ones I find a bit annoying, they are nice girls. Everybody's got light and dark, guys. Right, give us another one from here. Free will. The path you take is up to you. And look at what I just said. See how it fits with what I just said. Like he's felt that was the right decision. So who am I or anyone? But it's not me. It's the spirit world talking for me. Who, you know what I mean? I in the bloody conundrum way, mysterious way that they deliver messages. I totally get this. Like, and this is why good luck if people try to copy the way that I do my mediumship because this is just fucking weird and I'm ruling it. He feels like he's making the right decision, and that's what he's done in that moment. The path you take is up to you. So it's like, but I feel that this could be representing a lot of masculines that I don't actually believe free will is a thing on the twin, but you know, it depends which way you look at it is, because even when you make you've got the choice to make that decision, but it's just on the twin flame journey. A lot of the time, further down the line, it's like shit, that was a mistake. But was it though? You were meant to learn the lessons you were meant to learn. Afraid. It's time to let go of any. It's time to let go of any insecurities, and I think that's about all this stuff about want to apologise, need forgiveness, want to reach out, don't know how. It's like, you know, you've got to remember that you're both just people with your own vulnerabilities and insecurities, and actually you mirror it in the other person. So like I say all the time, if it is your true twin flame, nobody's going to understand better than them. So you shouldn't be that scared. I mean, there's no judging on that. Like I said, it's whenever, you know, you do come face to face with it's going to be, like I said, I don't think I need to point out the obvious that like whenever that is, I can't even fucking talk, it's going to be very intense, but like for me too. So, and I talk about this fucking all the time, and it's awkward because like it is awkward, like that's like, yeah, it's just awkward as tits. But again, I'll just make a joker, son. But you know, it's it's not going to be a joking matter. Like that's, I think that's, yeah. You know what I mean? That's the point. I won't be able to make a joke because it's not funny. But I probably still will. Because it breaks ice. Anyway, so limbo. Seek clarity on mixed signals. There you go. Do you know what I mean? I'm seeking clarity, and here I am giving people clarity. There's somebody want to give me fucking clarity. And no anybody, no fucking gossipy fucks. You can just keep your gossip to yourself. I only want to hear. That card just came out again. They always do this on an Aries moon or a Scorpio moon. Time to let go of any insecurities. That is a big message for a lot of twin flames. We all make mistakes. And sometimes mistakes actually end up leading you to things that you wouldn't have become aware of had they not happened. You know what I mean? I think we can all think of, well, I can think of things in my life. Journey, be adventurous. Separation is not the end. Compromise is not submission. There's a theme there. There is a total theme of needing to compromise, agree to disagree, and find a resolution. And you only do that when you actually want to make it work with someone. Whether it's, like I say, dial it back to a friendship, especially if you never even cultivate a friendship before you jumped into bed, but it's like, or not much of one, or didn't, you know, dial it back, get to know each other. I don't know why I keep saying dial it back. Again, I think there's something about phone calls and stuff. Take it slow, have a friendship, basically, it's like what I'm saying about that guy on Love Island. He was totally overthinking. He was thinking this girl needs to be the one, and they're just hanging out, getting to know each other. And what a shame if actually she is the one. And he's, but again, it could totally easily, I would say it could totally easily get her back. I mean, but he has humiliated her on national TV in front of millions of people. But again, I can see how that would I can see how that would have synchronicities with this journey too. Not quite the same, but it's not that different. But all jokes aside, because I'm really not joking about that, but it's yeah, I could see that, because it's just what I've said before. It seems to be that guys get in that predicament. Not all guys, but definitely. Because that's it with the other guy. I'm not fucking sitting channeling about. There's another situation that looked like he's getting mega, like mega, but he's getting accused of like lying and everything, and he's not lying. I looked at his chart. He's a fucking Aquarius with a Libra moon. Hello, both air, both like overthinking like 100 times million. You know what I mean? And also can seem very detached, like he's not all passionate and feelings. Like Scott's very passionate about the Leo. It's like that's why he's fucking like that guy's, he does overthink and he does listen to other people's opinions too much. That's why astrology is the X. Look at that. Look at what I just said too. Listens to other people's opinions too. Someone's listening to their ex too much. Again, this is where I always say the same thing, but what the actual fuck? Like, healing from past heartbreak takes time. Be patient with yourself. So someone's healing from the ex and take time to heal. You're attracting the right person at the right time into your life. Yeah, and that's why, it's important that you take the time to heal. It's important that you let your person take the time to heal, because I've said before, but you'll be able to feel it if somebody is still not separated like energetically from someone. Hideaway. Make time to be with your person. Create your own special hideaway. So maybe you do need to go away on a wee getaway or something, talk about everything. Dressing up, an opportunity to dress up and party, fun times ahead. Abso-fucking-lutely, with Venus and Aries. I already spoke about this literally 2 hours ago. And there's that one again, attraction. You're attracting the right person at the right time in your life, so have fun. It's Venus and Aries. And fun doesn't need to be promiscuous fun. Wow. I'm going to end it now. Celebrate. Today, celebrate the love you share with those who matter most. I'm not going to use that as a thumbnail. I don't think I'm ending it right now. That was a bit dramatic. Because a crow was pulling my attention in on the beach, so I want to pull. Could you give us a wee bit of guidance, maybe, for the masculines that this mostly felt for? Fuck. It's not a light message, guys. It's bringing the Scorpio vibe. Which, remember, basically, it's Moon in Aries, but the Aries, my first house is in Scorpio, so that's why I'm saying it's bringing a Scorpio vibe. But I always bring a Scorpio vibe because I've got Scorpio rising. But Pluto conjunct Scorpio rising, I might add. But also the Juno in Scorpio, because it's conjunct my Mars, is really strong today. Remember, there was another day I felt Juno really strongly. I think it was. Fuck, this is fascinating. It was when Juno was conjunct my Saturn, which was conjunct mine and my twin flames really strong, and now this is the other strong conjunction. So that's so nuts, because I've got loads for him. I don't even need to know what time he was born or anything. I can just tell by the day he was born. True twin flames. I've got these intense placements. You see, wrath and upheaval. That sounds like a tower moment. Sacred space. And then look, it's got the 2 wee crows nesting. Right. Let's see, these are quite short, and then I'm going to end this. I'm definitely not doing a live because my throat needs to, I need to now rest. But this is going to take ages to upload, and that was quite funny. So you'll be watching this about fucking 2 in the morning because it'll take it, no, it's 5:20. It should probably be up, but it'll probably be uploaded by about 8 or something. And then that's when I don't really have a time. I try to put, I don't know, fuck knows. You'll watch it when you watch it. Right. 51, upheaval. Nature does not discriminate. Upheaval is a reminder that things can change on a whim through no fault of your own. Like the guy in Love Island, fucking hell. Are you prepared for change? Are you able to regain your composure and fly off to a better, more stable position? Like Scott from Love Island. You knew I was going to say that. From being laid off to being forced to move to a new home, change can appear sudden and sometimes cruel, but not always. Sorry, I'm still laughing at the Love Island thing. It just totally fits. Sometimes there are clues that changes come in, yet we ignore the signs. Right, this feels a bit serious now. This feels like the Uranus direct that happened a few days ago. Jupiter direct is at some point today, tonight, because wait a minute, I've spoke that long, it might have happened. Imagine I'd spoke us into it going direct. Nah, still retrograde. Must happen later on tonight. Or it's definitely by tomorrow though. And I'm just stressing, it is very much like I actually remember this. Yeah, anyway. Right, so I'm just thinking back to something. I'm getting a bit of deja vu. It's a bit of everything. I'll explain that further down the line. Timeline shifts kind of thing. Sometimes that happens, like I've seen myself saying these messages or whatever, but yeah, it's like feeling like you knew where your life was heading, and then suddenly Jupiter is direct and you're going the other way. But I would pose to you, it's where actually a lot of you, that's where you really wanted to go, is the way that you're going now. And the way that you can be doubly sure of that is if you'd already been planning and sort of thinking about it and fantasizing about it before any of these, because again, Jupiter, well, is not going to be direct and whenever it, at some point later on in the day. It's kind of like, it's like jerking you out of like going one way and the other, but it's like you were going the wrong way, now you're going the right way. Or you made a choice, might not have even been the wrong choice. You've just learned what you needed to learn on that journey and now you want to go a different way. But I think for a lot of people, it's you went that way, it was rough, and now you're going the other way and it's celebrate. That's what that card said. Yeah, sometimes there are clues that change come in, yet we ignore the signs. Sometimes change brings a fortunate situation or moves us into a position to receive the greater opportunity. I'm sorry, but this is this when I quoted the vow, because it is reminding me of just let the colliding particles land where they may and wait for the next collision. But it's like, yeah, it's like that whole speech. When upheaval appears, ask yourself if you feel the rumblings like a seismic wave just below the surface. Oh, I hope that's not the weather stuff again. That something is about to shift in your life. When you connect with your intuition, you will get a feeling that something's about to happen. And that's what that card said. It's coming, something's about to happen. You will pick up on the changing energy that will soon impact your life. When you can anticipate a coming upheaval, you will be better able to plan for the shake-up. And the thing is, it's very windy out there as well. Which I'm not liking because I've got to go out for a bit. Right. Wrath. One day I heard the sound of which could have been 100 crows outside my window. The sky was nearly black with swarms of angry birds dive-bombing the tree outside my apartment. A young raccoon had killed a baby crow. Oh. The energy was in the air was palpable. You could feel the anger of the crows as well as the fear of the raccoon who clung desperately to the tree for dear life. Wrath creates a powerful energy. It can be destructive and can lead you down a path that may strain or cause friction within a relationship. Right, fucking hell, that's definitely got to do with all the other cards. Wrath adds another element to anger, the element of revenge, which is never a good route, guys. It's not just enough for the offender to know that you're angry, they must also feel or experience that anger in some way. Wrath asks you to consider the energy that you're creating from your anger. Is it one that will, in the end, create a positive change in the relationship, or are you creating resentment that fuels the desire for future revenge? Although it may have been a single event that caused the energy of that anger to present itself, I can't believe how fucking relevant that is. Even on the Love Island stuff, with what I'm saying about the girl that got angry at the guy that was like, just leave. Because I could see she was like really upset when he actually was leaving, because you could tell she was thinking, shit, is that because I told him to leave? And yeah, it is. Got a lot to do with it. It is through wrath that the anger mutates and splinters, creating a breakdown in the relationship and negative emotions. Fucking hell, it's the last card. She doesn't leave us with any advice. I'll read Sacred Space 43. Oh, it's short. Maybe your sacred space is your nest, your home, or maybe it's the beach. Oh, I've been there today, tick. And your favourite path in the woods. Oh, and I mentioned the woods in this. Sacred space may also point to an inner place, a belief you hold dear. It is a place that brings comfort and nurtures your development. This is your sanctuary, and I feel that's your twin flame for a lot of you. When you receive this card, it's a call to rejuvenate your spirit. It's time to connect with the healing energy of your sacred space. Make time to connect with this space, as it will help you center your energy and recharge your spirit. I don't know about you guys, but I got a bit of that today on the beach. It really did remind every time I deprive myself of that, I remember how amazing it is and that I need to get back to doing it every day. I wasn't even using that deck, signs. I mean, again, this is why it never gets boring being like this. I reminded of you constantly. I've been seeing so many signs and synchronicities that remind me of you. It's made me feel certain that you're the one for me. That's like what I just said too. Oh my God, and it's do I go this way or that way? Like Scott from Love Island, and like the analogy that I'm using for the masculine, do I go this way or that way? Or fuck, that's quite a lot of different ways. It's made me certain that you are the one, there's that saying again, for me, and we have a brighter future. I just have to figure out how to follow them. I'm gaining the strength and courage for that. That's amazing, because I'm not even using that deck. That blows my mind when that happens. God. Psychic journaling. Ooh, so you might want to do a bit of that. In other words, just grab a pen and paper and write down what's coming through. Or a video, because that's how I recorded it. Turn on the switch. That could be turn on the phone and make the call. I'm going to end it at 222 because they're guiding me to love and partnership balance. See you later. Like, comment if the comments are on, subscribe. I'll see you on the live stream if the comments aren't on tomorrow. See you later.